What is day up, my faux shizzlers? My name is Monster, not Ben, and today we have episode 9 of the NCL Season 3 Coach Profiles, the series where I interview coaches so you get to know them a little bit better. In today's episode, we have a returning coach, the coach of the Tampa Bay Buizels, FizzleTheHizzle, or Ben. What's up, man?
Yo, what's poppin', bro?
What's good, dude?
Season
Sorry
two,
about that.
man. Or at least for me.
Yeah, it's your second season. This is my third. We don't talk about season 1 though, so this is basically my second. Um, all right, so we're gonna get straight into the first question here. From the beginning of season 2 to now, so like throughout the whole course of the season, how do you feel that you've improved since then?
Um, um, Improved? No, I'm playing. I feel like my prep has gotten better. Um, I don't, I don't really know. Like my prep in general, like I've been doing more calcs with stuff like what do I need to live? Basically that's the one thing I've noticed. And in game, I've learned it not to suck as badly. So yeah, those are really vague answers that I'm giving you.
I mean, you basically. I mean, that's a good answer. I think being more meticulous in prep is definitely something that everybody can improve on for sure. I know I can because I'm the type of person that'll build and then never speed creep, and then Ian will remind me like, "Hey, you need to speed creep," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then I'll speed creep. But generally speaking, I don't unless somebody's like in call with me and they're like, "Yeah, you can creep over this," and then I'll just do it real quick. All
That's fair.
right, so next question. You predicted yourself to make playoffs. This is like the fourth time I've done a video and not changed the slide or not even looked at the slide before the video started, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Uh, so you predicted yourself to make playoffs. Did you meet your goal? Why or why not?
I did meet my goal because I made playoffs and I went to the finals in season two, so that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm trying to get back to the playoffs. You feel so, and I'm trying to hopefully get that third, not third, what's it called, second championship finally, and take it back home for your Tampa Bay Buizels, man.
I feel you, dude. Do you feel it was like a certain mon that helped you get to playoffs? Do you feel it was like just the way you played? Was it your overall team or anything like that?
I feel like it was my on the first few picks, like the first 6 or 7 picks, they synergized really well. Like I had really good glue mons, like Zapdos, of course, and I had really good breakers with like Gengar and Chirim, and Scissor is really good to in conjunction with those two. So I don't know. I feel like those, like the main picks of mine, they really carried me, and they allowed a really good synergy, both offensively and defensively.
Since I went against your team twice, I can attest to the fact that is true. You had a really nasty, like you had a really nasty team. Like in prep, I was like, damn, this team is really slow. But in actuality, it was just really bulky and it was hard to break. And you had really good offensive threats. So yeah, it was definitely a really good team.
Yeah, for sure.
Next question: were you satisfied with how you played last season in NCL?
Um, Record wise, I was pretty happy because I went 7-3 or something like that. So in that sense, I was really happy with the way I played. But in the games that mattered, I wasn't happy with the way I played. Especially in the like playoffs games, like semis and finals, I wasn't happy with the way I played. And the games where I lost, obviously, I wasn't happy with the way I played. But it was mostly my draft was kind of limited at that point. So nothing I could have really done at that point. But I felt like I played pretty well. I'm pretty satisfied the way I performed the entire season.
Okay, so you kind of feel like you had run out of tricks, I guess, by semis with your team.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, definitely makes sense. I think you played really well, to be honest. Like especially throughout the season, you were a threat, dude. Like nobody could beat you for a while there. Um, right. So next question. Uh, so you probably don't know a lot of the new coaches, but you talk in chat a bit, so you may have spoken with a couple of them. So like, what do you think of the new coaches coming into NCO this season?
Well, most of them, I was in a community with them with Chase, Crimson Seabad, so I've talked to most of them before,
Okay.
and I think they're really cool people. They're pretty cool. I don't know them too well, so it would be. it's really cool to get to know them throughout the season. I think that's gonna be really cool. But yeah, I like the coaches in general.
All right. I know a couple of them are basically brand new to the format, like Ace and Tiff. Um, well, okay, Ace has been in like 4 leagues, but he hasn't exactly won a game. Um, and Tiff is this is her second league ever and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how they'll do for sure. Um, all right. So next question: what are you looking forward to the most this season at NCL?
Definitely the draft, man. I have a front office. I have an entire channel dedicated. It's titled Things to Try. Definitely going to be looking forward to picking up those mons. Like I'm just gonna say it out loud. Coma O, Diggersby, stuff like that, man. I think it's really cool to try. So definitely the draft. I'm really excited for
Did,
sure.
didn't you get a really trash pick?
Yeah, got like a 12th or something. No, it was
Yikes,
like
dude. Well, on the bright side, those are pretty like I guess for like round one, if you want to take those are pretty like under the radar picks that you can pretty safely pick up at that point in the draft.
yeah, for sure.
Especially for like
I
round
got
one. Like if you do
I got
round one
10th out
Como
of 16.
10th, yikes, dude. I got eighth. I feel your pain. I do.
Unfortunate.
All right, so next question. A lot of broken mons were allowed this season. Um, you're a returning coach, so you know the difference between what was allowed and what wasn't. But I'll listen just in case you like don't remember.
Yeah.
Both of the Mega Laddies were allowed. Uh, Aegislash with no King Shield was allowed. Hoopa Unbound is allowed. Mega Mawile is allowed. And Eternal Floette is allowed. Which of these do you think is the most broken and why?
Probably the most broken is definitely Mega Latias. The others are placed in really interesting tiers, like Eternal Floette in tier one, and Aegislash with no King Shield is kind of interesting, but definitely the new things that were allowed, definitely Mega Latias is probably one of the best mods in the entire format, even with some of these things unbanned. So, and I feel like it's really broken in this format because Aegis Slash doesn't have King Shield, so it can't reliably go back into its defensive form. So I feel like Mega Latias is definitely the best mon in the draft so far, or in the
Yeah,
pool.
I definitely respect that. I know Ian said the same thing, and for good reason, dude. It's really bulky, has really good utility. You can run a variety of sets, aka Reflect type, Calm Mind, which is just dumb to play against, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely understand where you come from there. Next question: how do you feel about the overall tiering this season?
Um, I feel like it drastically improved over last season. The only thing that I have an issue with is like the new unbans, like I mentioned, Aegis Slash without King Shield, Eternal Floette. Some of those mons are um, in my opinion, not tiered very well. But overall, looking at it, I don't see way too many like, or oh, that's just an awful placement. Um, but yeah, in general, I think the tier system is like pretty spot on so far. I don't really see any issues outside of the issues that I mentioned before. So, GG boys.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure like when Ian allowed those mods, he was just like, let's put them in tier one to see how they do, and then we'll adjust from there. Was generally what his thought process was. But I definitely understand why you would say that because I have Aegis Slash with no King Shield and LET, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I personally would probably put it in tier two. Um, and Eternal Flow, I don't know. I really don't know anything about other than Light of Ruin. So yeah. Um,
it performs similarly to like Sylveon and Florges, so I think tier two is like a really good placement for it, in my opinion.
okay. That makes. I mean, would you put Eternal Floette and Fortis? I mean, okay. So if you put Eternal Floette in tier two, it would be in the same tier as Fortis and Sylveon. Do you think that's
Yeah.
okay?
I think they're all three like really capable mons, so I don't think they'll be like covering each other if that makes sense.
Okay.
So and like fairies like that are like really good. Everybody's gonna draft them, so I
Yeah.
think they're all gonna be drafted anyway. So I don't really think it's gonna be an issue in the future.
All right, that makes sense. Next question. All right, so this is the start of the two personal questions. How do you always manage to have good finishes in all of your leagues? I don't think I've ever seen you not make playoffs, and then even then, I don't think I've ever seen you make less than semis.
Um, well, if you've seen my WPL videos. Should
Oh
be around
shit, you
six and
are
two
doing
right
really
now,
bad in that
but
league. I
I,
forgot about
I
that.
got hacked a bit the entire season. But I don't know, man. I feel like I'm insanely lucky. Because I feel like I'm not that good, so I have a lot to improve on. Honestly, I have no idea how I'm doing well in these leagues. Probably my draft's carrying me.
Your draft, I feel you. Um, I know I kind of felt like that uh, in other leagues before myself, so I know what you mean. Um, because I actually played in a league called PCL where I was like 6-1 at some point, and I sat there for a while and looked at my team and I was like, how am I 6-1? Like I have Coco Lucha, but the rest of this team is just garbage. But I'm
Okay,
still winning games.
I lost two respect points for you for drafting Coco Lucha.
It was my first time drafting it. It was my first time drafting Coco and my first time drafting Lucha. I had to try it, you know.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I'll forgive you.
All right. Next question. What made you decide to start becoming a content creator on Twitch and YouTube?
Honestly, like I've been watching what A Drive does. He's a huge inspiration, and your boy Dan, other content creators like that. I'm always like, it'd be really fun to just record, talk over my battles, go over my thought process. I just thought it was fun, man, and I didn't expect to get any subs or likes or views or anything like that. And I have over 150, which is 150 more than I could ever ask for. So like the big content creators are a huge inspiration to me, and it's also personal motivation. Just I think they're fun, and it's been working out so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. You're a Twitch affiliate too, right?
yeah, but I kind of lost motivation to like use Twitch or like stream. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean that happens. You know, every content creator goes through
yeah,
swings like that. But yeah, I definitely like all of your content, man. You're a really good content creator, and you make
oh
really
gosh,
entertaining stuff. All right. So that is the end of the video, or the end of the video, end of the interview. Uh, thank you for coming here. As always, I appreciate that. You know, taking the time out of your day to do this. Um, yeah. So that was episode 9, I believe, of the NCL Season 3 Coach Profile series. Hopefully, you guys got to know Ben a little bit better. That is the whole idea of the series. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Have a good day. Ben, take us home.
all right, see you later, boys. Drop that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're new. Make sure to hit the bell for more notifications. Um, yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the rest of the NCL videos.